refreshing beer.
It's hot. Hot. So hot. The servers are too hot. Save me.
I already have. We got an IBM Blade Center. It's the smartest way to optimize our IT. Runs cooler, saves energy.
The IBM Blade Center and quad-core Intel Xeon processor.
Joe Torre's Dodgers are so hot. 8 wins in a row in Colorado against the last-place Rockies. Derek Lowe, he is struggling early. This is Little League Baseball struggling early. First pitcher, 6th pitch, Scott Posednik, base hit. Omar Quintanilla, RBI double. Posednik scores, still no outs. Matt Holliday, 2 for 4, hitting .306, base hit. 2-0 Rocks. Helton, 26th pitch of the inning. He walks. Garrett Atkins, 37th pitch. There's still no outs.
Wow.
43rd pitch. Finally, Brad Hopp pops up, way up. Matt Kemp still, he saw it. Someone saw it. And it's 51 pitches in the first inning for Lowe. Unbelievable. Top of the 5th, 3-1 Rockies. Aaron Cook pitched well, 7 2/3, 2 earned, and the Rockies go on to win 7-2.
Johan Santana, Danny Herron matchup in the desert with the Mets visiting Arizona. D-backs best record in baseball at 21-9. Herron 4-1, a 3.13 ERA. And David Wright says, why don't you talk about my numbers? 2-0 pitch, top 4th. That's his 6th home run. It's 2-0 Mets. Herron, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 7 Ks. Bottom 6, Mets up 2-1. Santana facing Chris Young. Bases loaded, 2 outs. He goes 82 miles per hour changeup. Young takes that for a strike. The 93 mile per hour fastball. Young slow, strike 2, and then you're jamming me. Flies out to right to end the inning. Santana, 6 innings, 6 hits, an earned run, and 8 Ks. Mark Reynolds, RBI single off Joe Smith, tied it in the 7th. Bottom 8, Chris Burke leading off. Pedro Feliciano throws wide of the bag. Burke gonna round second, and he's waved to third by third base coach Chris Hale, and he's thrown out by right fielder Ryan Church. Snap tag by right, and you are so out. Top 9, same score. Mets 2 on. Carlos Delgado grounded to first, and Connor Jackson picked a bad time for his first error of the season. Carlos Beltran scores, and the Mets, they go on to win it 5-2. Your final.
An all-American red, white, and blue classic duel. Cubs, Cardinals. Cubs have done it with offense. Cardinals with pitching. Yeah, walk your dog, not Pujols. He's on pace for 165 walks this year. He's never even walked 100 times. Yeah, Jason Marquis keeps it out of the strike zone, and Pujols goes down swinging. Bottom 2, 6, 4, 3. Double play. Not a lot of protection around Pujols. Albert, your thoughts?
I don't gonna go for 4 out there and don't make an adjustment. I try to make an adjustment every single at bat if I can.
All right, bottom 4. Can he make the adjustment? Oh, boy, that ball is up and soft, and it's down the third base line. Mark DeRosa can't get it into the corner. As Torres and Kennedy score, 4-2. The Cardinals lead in the bottom of the 4th. Watch it again. Pujols so quick with those hands. And the Cardinals winner, chicken dinner, 5-3 over the Cubbies.
Dusty's Reds have lost 4 in a row. Visiting Braves looking to even their record against an uneven Bronson Arroyo. Bottom 2, no score. Gregor Blanco to center field. Ryan Friel dives for it. Brian McCann scores. It's tough to catch the ball with any part of your body besides the hands. Friel my pain right there. He'd stay in the game, though. Tough guy. Chipper Jones later in the inning, now 4-0. 2 on, 1 out. Get out! His chi is so centered right now. Jones is 9th, and Arroyo goes 1 1/3, 7 earned, strikes out nobody. More from Chipper. Left field, bottom 5. Royce Ring and Kelly Johnson scored. Chipper 5 RBI on the day, 27 for the season, and the Braves win 2 touchdowns to 1, 14-7, and Chipper Jones is getting it done for the Braves. Raises his average Sunday to 425. In the last 20 seasons, only Pudge Rodriguez in 98 and John Olerud in 1993 had higher batting averages than Chipper through this date.
Getting It Done is brought to you by IBM. When you're ready to stop talking innovation and start doing, visit ibm.com/doing.
The horse's bones were sticking out through its skin 2 broken legs. She was never going to get up. 8 Bell's life would be over shortly after the filly ran the race of her life, a second-place finish in Saturday's Kentucky Derby. Death is an occupational hazard for horses who run that hard. Those who loved 8 Bells, and there are legions, now have a lump sticking in their throats. Here's Janine Edwards.
I spoke with Rick Porter, owner of 8 Bells, on Sunday. He told me, quote, "This is the lowest of the low." Porter said he's been avoiding reading any of the post-Derby articles because it would be just too difficult to revisit. Trainer Larry Jones told me he was ecstatic when he saw his filly finish second and gallop out strongly with her ears up. He felt at that point the decision to run in the Derby had been validated. However, Jones knows there's criticism out there. Neither man feels 8 Bells broke down because she was competing against the Colts. But personnel at Porter's Fox Hill Farm told me the owner is despondent and blames himself for her death.
People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals is seeking the suspension of 8 Bells jockey Gabriel Saez. PETA claims the horse was, quote, doubtlessly injured before the finish. Trainer Larry Jones' response, quote, "I don't know how in the heck they can even come close to saying that." There were plenty of firsts for Derby winner Big Brown Saturday, but will the colt become the first to win the Triple Crown in 30 years? The second step in that process is the Preakness May 17th. Big Brown's people making it official. Their horse will be at Pimlico.
Much more ahead inside the SportsCenter. The Celtics escape from a spot they were never supposed to be in. Game 7 in the books, and the ultimate test ahead. Are the big three up to the challenge? The Yankees bats come alive, and a rough return for the Rays ace. Also a pair of thrilling walk-offs, one slightly more dramatic than the other. Plus, these unforgettable home runs make sports headlines. We'll show you how one home run made history for a very different reason.
An all-new E60, Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
If you think about it, this is a lot like most job search sites. They let everyone in, so the best people can't stand out. Join the Ladders, the premium job site for only 100K plus jobs and only 100K plus job seekers.
So how was band camp?
It's pretty good.
We've been summoning you for hours. It's family time. Hey, guys.
Chad?
What the? Look, with Alltel, I can choose how much I pay for an unlimited plan.
And with My Circle, he can share unlimited calling with the whole family.
You can't do this to us.
It's a puppy!
Why spend more than you have to for unlimited calling? My Circle. Choose the plan that fits you best and add lines for $9.99.
That is lovely. Thank you. You went to Jared. You went to Jared.
You went to Jared?
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores, from the classic to the contemporary, so you'll find the perfect gift.
Exquisite form, wonderful line.
Thank you. You went to Jared.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and I need you. I need you every single day, and I want you. I want you every single way, and it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love, it's love, it's love, it's la 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 la, it's love.
There's only one reason 2 nights could bring you so much heat.
The pressure's on and everybody's watching.
So much excitement.
That was hot.
And so many stars on one stage.
Now it's showtime.
Whoa, watch me move.
It's Dancing's 100th episode celebration. Monday, the final 5 compete. Tuesday, your favorite stars return to rip it up.
You guys set this place on fire.
The Dancing with the Stars 2-night event begins Monday at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Hello?
Yes, this is Walter?
Yes.
Yes, this is Walter.
Sir, I may have found something that belongs to you.
What is it?
Sir, if you look out your window, I can show you.
Every day, millions of people choose to do the right thing. There's an insurance company that does that too. Responsibility. What's your policy? Liberty Mutual Insurance.
The 24/7 market at Courtyard. More choices, more convenience, and more freedom on the road. Courtyard. It's a new stay.
Boston Celtics went 66-16 for the NBA's best record in the regular season, which means any Game 7 they play will be at home. Sunday, they showed how important having home court is. Kevin Garnett, 18 and 11. Paul Pierce at 22. Celtics turn back the pesky Atlanta Hawks with a resounding 99-65 victory in Game 7. Up next, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, Game 1 Tuesday night in Boston. Rachel Nichols was in Boston for the one-sided Green Party.
They've been through it now. The hurt, the joy, the fear. None of the Celtics wanted the Hawks to take them to 7 games, but after a season that required hardly any introspection, they at least came out of this first round knowing a lot more than when they came in.
We learned a lot about ourselves through this, and we see what we're made of. We all have 2 feet in, and no one has 1 foot in and halfway in and going at this thing half.
First time us being together as a group in a playoff setting. So I think as a team, what we learned is the intensity, the focus, and the concentration you got to have.
We're learning how to use each other as a collective unit. Learning this next series, we'll play a different style of basketball.
It certainly doesn't get easier from here, not with LeBron James headed their way. Coach Doc Rivers said he'd already started watching film of Cleveland and preparing his team for how hard they'll have to work.
They were in the finals last year, and one of the things I told our team all year, every time we played them and already tonight, is we're trying to catch them, not us, them trying to catch us. The record means nothing.
The Celtics' first step in preparing for the Cavaliers won't be film, it'll be sleep. Several players said they were so anxious before Sunday's game, they'd been up 30 hours straight. Ray Allen had been text messaging his teammates in the middle of the night. Kevin Garnett told me he didn't even try to go to bed. Instead, he watched a tape of lowlights of Game 6 3 times. He won't have to do that with Game 7. In Boston, I'm Rachel Nichols, ESPN.
The Celtics held the Hawks to 65 points, the second fewest allowed in a Game 7 in NBA history. Nudged in between a pair of Pistons playoff games, the 34-point margin of victory by the Celtics, the 4th highest ever in a Game 7. The NBA Countdown crew with more on the C's.
The Boston Celtics 34-point beatdown of the Hawks in Game 7, 4th biggest beatdown in the history of Game 7s in the NBA playoffs. Stuart Scott, Mike Wilbon, John Barry. But the Celtics blew double-digit leads in 3 games on the road at Atlanta and lost. What does that mean for them facing Cleveland now, John?
Well, yeah, that would be my only concern, is that they didn't play well on the road. They were Jekyll and Hyde. They were so good in Boston. 4 blowout victories, but on the road, 4th quarter woes, didn't know where to go. Were a bit confused down the stretch in tight ball games. They have to win on the road. Although they do have home court advantage, they still have to prove that they can play as well as home as they do on the road.
And playing on the road and at home means facing LeBron James, who averaged 32 points per game against them. What can Boston do against this guy?
Well, they can look bad against him if they're not very careful. I mean, that's what's happened so many times in the playoffs already in LeBron's short playoff career. I mean, we just saw him take apart Washington virtually by himself, and what he did was recruit help as they went on. He told Wally Serbiak, I need 17 to 20 points per night now, and we can keep going in these playoffs. He told Boobie Gibson, here's what I need from you. And LeBron now, John, is starting to have the impact on games. He can dominate with his personality. We already knew he was a smart player. We already knew he was a greatly skilled player physically. But now, through sheer personality, he is able to grab his team and pull them along in a way that I'm not saying the Celtics are going to be scared of it. The Celtics are the best team in the league record-wise all year long. but they have to be aware of LeBron James.
So my biggest concern is the Boston Celtics try to take the ball out of Joe Johnson's hands, double-teamed him. Now, if you double-team LeBron James, you have a lot better perimeter shooting on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Delonte West, a game winner in the first series, Wally Zerbiak coming alive, and Boobie Gibson, who's done it
early, but settled down. Top of the fifth, 1 on, 2 outs. Gets Carl Crawford there. 6 innings, 1 run for Lester. He had 5 strikeouts. In the 7th, now it's a bullpen game for Boston. Hideki Okajima raised down by 2. Good piece of hitting, Carl Crawford. Now it's a 1-run lead. Okajima. Carlos Pena hit his 7th home run earlier in this game. Boy, he does that a lot. 142 times last year. 35 strikeouts in 30 games this year. Ortiz out. Euclid batted 3rd. Good move. Red Sox now 14-5 at home. Papelbon gets his 9th save. Boston on to Detroit for a 4-game series. Tampa off Monday. Then they go to Toronto.
It was a random stop for a safety check on an Austin, Texas lake. There were 15 people aboard, along with the boat's operator, Chicago Bears Cedric Benson. Police say the running back failed a sobriety test, argued about taking another such test on land, and refused to put on a life jacket. Placed under arrest, Benson struggled and was pepper sprayed. Half those responding to a Chicago newspaper's poll on what the Bears should do with Benson selected the choice, cut him immediately.
Very disappointed. The truth of the matter right now, that's about all I know. I haven't had a chance to speak with Cedric yet. But anytime we're talking about one of our players getting arrested, you're disappointed in it. What we're going to do from here, so I'll go back, try to get as much information as I possibly can, and go from there.
Former 4th overall pick in the 05 draft faces up to 6 months in jail and a fine if convicted on the 2 misdemeanors. Benson, 674 yards last season for a team that rushed for 1,330 total. That's 3 yards fewer than LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, and Brian Westbrook ran for individually.
The PGA Tour in Charlotte over the weekend. Young phenom Anthony Kim, a bogeyless 66 on Saturday, set him up for a chance for his first win on Sunday. The first hole, his second shot, the Kimmer. Nice. He's had a good year. T3 at the Bob Hope, T2 at Hilton Head. Youngest rookie on the tour last year. He's 22 years old, 10 months, and 15 days. You're on the 7th, par 5. How would you like to mow my lawn? 16 under. Freshman of the year, All-American honors at Oklahoma. Then was on the winning Walker Cup team. Capped off his amateur career, went to Q school, breezed through that, became a member of the PGA Tour. There's another birdie for Kim. Look at this. He retains that rotation in his left arm late in the swing, McNeil. That's the whole key.
All right.
He produces tremendous power.
He got a hole-in-one on a 4. I'll listen to you, man.
And here he is on the last hole. He really wants to save par. He does. He's going to Masters in 09, going to Maui, playing Kapalua next January. 2-year exemption. Huge win. His first for Anthony Kim.
Do you think it hurt your reputation as a football player at all?
You know what? I really don't care, to be honest with you.
Coming up, our conversation with LaDainian Tomlinson, his thoughts on his reputation, and how many more years does he have left? It's not what you might think. We're all aces with the James gang off the court. LeBron on fatherhood and how it keeps him sane. It's a side of LeBron you've never seen. It's quite interesting. And more baseball. We got the Fighting Phils walk off with an ugly one. Extras in Houston, and see who capped off a slugfest with a game-winning blast. Highlights, SportsCenter.
In torture tests, Castrol Syntec 5W30 maintained maximum horsepower 29% longer than the leading conventional oil. Conventional oil got smoked. Get Castrol Syntec. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
At the end of a long, hot day, grab a beer with a taste as cold as the Rockies. Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
I thought you should know. Maya borrowed your car and went to the mall.
She did, without permission.
But don't get upset.
And why not?
Well, she just wanted your first Mother's Day present to be special.
What do you get the woman who's given you the greatest gift ever? Diamond earrings from $99.99 to $3,500. And right now, a special Mother's Day offer. These 1/5 carat diamond earrings are only $79.99.
Every kiss Thank you too, Maya.
Every kiss begins with K.
Old Spice is the bare knuckle, straight arm tackle, heavyweight deodorant that gives the best game, set, and match, high step and sudden death, double overtime performance in the pit fight against odor.
Safe!
From odor, thanks, Old Spice.
I'm here with Mike Brunsky, MVP of the Kopinski appendectomy. That was quite an effort today, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. Got to give credit to the team, though. You know, they really stepped up, helped me watch the Colorado-Arizona game cast, and kept John out of shock.
Was the crowd a factor?
No, but John screaming was a surprise. Lost a lot of respect for him today.
Understood. Now, back to you guys in the studio.
Be an ESPN MVP. Manage your ESPN fantasy teams. Get video alerts, exclusive commentary, and more with VCast. Only from Verizon Wireless.
Hurry in now for Toyota's banner sales event with great deals on a huge selection of Toyotas. Like the stylish Camry, the best-selling car in America. Or the all-new Corolla, a lot of car for the money with great fuel efficiency. Or see the larger-than-life Toyota Tundra, Motor Trend's 2008 Truck of the Year. And check out the all-new Sequoia Limited with seating for 8 passengers. The banner sales event ends soon, so hurry to your Toyota dealer today.
At Menards, you can test the hardness of your water just by bringing in a sample. And right now, Morton Water Softeners are on sale. Softened water gives you cleaner dishes and softer skin. This 27,000 grain unit is on sale $349. Morton Rust Remover Salt Pellets, 2 for $10. Bosch Tankless Water Heaters save energy, money, and water because they deliver constant hot water only when you need it. This compact undersink model, $149. The 175,000 BTU model, $939.
Save big money at Menards.
We got the new Forester because Subaru made it bigger and better. Don't get me wrong, we really liked our old one too. But when we got a look at the new Forester, we just had to make room for it. So, we did.
Fall in love with the Forester. All over again. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Barry Melrose back for more hockey talk. We have 3 NHL teams in the Final Four, Red Wings, Flyers, and Penguins. One more spot open. The Sharks were down 3-0.
Yes, they were.
Come back and won 2 games, trying to force a Game 7 in Dallas on Sunday night. Sharks and Stars. Here we go, Barry. 1-0 Dallas early in the 3rd period. Ryan Clough, what's gotten into this guy?
Just turns and throws to the net, beats Turco over the left arm. That's where he got beat twice in Game 4 or Game 5. Right here, you're going to see Turco come up large for his team. San Jose's outscored Dallas 4-0 in the last 3 games in the 3rd period. So that's where San Jose's doing their damage in the 3rd period. Going into OT, it's been a fantastic game. Very physical hockey game.
We have had 2 NHL teams come back from 3-0 deficits. So the Sharks are trying to do that. The game is in overtime, 1-1. Milan Mahalik.
That's in 80 years.
Milan Mahalik just took a legal check from Brendan Morrow.
Great hit along the wall. Mahalik was helped off the ice. Certainly a big loss to San Jose. I can't believe this kid will come back. He was really woozy when he left the ice, and that's a big loss for the Sharks because he's one of their best offensive players.
And favor anybody in overtime at this point? It's too even. You favor any one team in overtime?
The Sharks looked a lot fresher in the 3rd period, much fresher in the 3rd period.
All right, we shall see. Continue with baseball, Orioles, Angels. First place Angels hosting the Orioles. How about Joe Saunders looking for a 6th win? That would tie Ching-Ming Wong to the AL lead. Ramon Hernandez deep to left. All right, off the wall. That should be a nice, easy double. Aubrey Huff throws it. And Eric, whoa, what happened to Hernandez? Watch what happens. Look, hey, give me 5. Yeah, home run. Woo! First base coach, whoa, still in the yard. Hurry up. Out. Saunders, 5 innings, 12 hits, 4 earned. Torrey Hunter signed that big 5-year, $90 million deal. He's off to a good start, 314, 5 homers, 20 RBIs. To the 9th, after 4 relievers relieve Saunders, here comes K-Rod. Brian Roberts on first, Melvin Mora at the plate. Saunders will get his 6th win. K-Rod, his 13th save, as the Angels win 6-5.
The Athletics have been a pleasant surprise for those who root for Oakland, trying to avoid the at-home sweep by the Rangers. Top third scoreless, and Herman Duran, like Sonny in the Apostle, he's got the Holy Ghost power off Greg Smith, his first Major League home run for Duran, and well, he gets sound silence treatment from his teammates. Smith, by the way, struck out a career-high 10. We go bottom 7, still 1-0. Frank Thomas, high fly, sun, here it comes. Josh Hamilton loses it in the sun. Thomas gets the double. Next batter, bartender, Jack Cust. batting .458 in his last 7 games. That's his 4th of the season. The A's avoid the sweep. They win it 3-1 your final.
He joined the club, and this is May the 4th.
The eyes are the window into a man's soul. And so, when a man wears a tinted shield covering his eyes, he appears soulless, detached, alone. In a team game like football, that is blasphemy. LaDainian Tomlinson is already a Pro Football Hall of Famer, more rushing TDs than Jim Brown and Walter Payton, little under 8,000 yards short of Emmitt Smith's magic number of 18,355 all-time rushing yards. But that shield and that big jacket in the cold of Foxborough, he looks so disinterested. Looks can be deceiving. LaDainian Tomlinson goes eyeball to eyeball with Colleen Dominguez to talk about perceptions, pride, and football helmets.
How's your knee?
Good.
100%?
It's getting there. I wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's pretty close. I've tested it, running and cutting on it, but it still needs to be strengthened a little bit. But we got a while to go. By the season start, it'll be 100%.
Hindsight being what it is.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. What should have been done differently, given everything that happened around the Patriots game? What do you think should have been done differently?
That's an interesting question. You know, obviously, because in my mind, at the beginning of the week, I felt like I was going to be able to play through it, no matter what it was. I've always played with any injury that I've had, and this was the first knee injury that I've had. But still, my mindset was, you know what, I'm going to play through it.
Do you wish you had taken the helmet off?
Absolutely not, to be honest with you. That's kind of my safe haven, you know, when I'm under my helmet, and, you know, I was thinking about so many things. Certainly not mad. And also, it was 10 degrees out there. That was kind of my shelter from you know, the cold air. And it was the crazy thing I thought was said about that. You know, I kept my helmet on because I was mad, and that was not true. And if I had it over to do again, I'd do the exact same thing. I'd keep my helmet on.
Do you think it hurt your reputation as a football player at all?
You know what? I really don't care, to be honest with you. I really don't care about the outside people. I'm pretty confident in my reputation with my teammates, the guys that know me, the guys that see me working every day.
Do you know how many career rushing yards you are behind Emmitt?
No, I don't. So I don't want to think about it. I want to continue to take it 1 year at a time.
For the record, you're 7,705 career rushing yards away, which means you would probably have to stay at the same level of production for a little over 5 seasons. Do you think that's possible?
Might not play that long.
You might not play 5 more seasons?
I might not.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, it comes a time where you got to walk away from the game, and I really would like to walk away from the game on top. You know, I don't want to be a player that's declining and have to be kicked out of the league and you know, not getting picked up by our team. I don't want to be that player. So there may come a time where I say, you know what, it's time for me to close this chapter in my book and open up another one.
Sunday Conversation, brought to you by Subaru, with the security of all-wheel drive standard on all vehicles.
When it comes to highlights in this show, here comes one you're going to be talking about Monday. Did you see the dog on SportsCenter? And
what do you mean dog?
I'm talking. Come on, I'm not talking. This is Jamie Hullett, and she's got the beautiful tee shot. She's on the spot, and on the spot. And here comes Spot. Hey, Spot.
Hey, yellow dog. Yellow dog.
The guy.
LPGA security keeping dogs off putting greens normally good.
Not so much there. Julie Inkster putting good there. The 47-year-old goes into a playoff with Paula Creamer. Inkster lost in a playoff in the SEM group last year, and Creamer lost in a playoff last week, and she said, I wasn't going to lose this week. She hits that on the second playoff hole, and Creamer wins the SEM group championship, beats Julie Inkster in the playoff. Lorena Ochoa, the L in LPGA, has stood for Lorena this season. Yeah. She finished Bears is 1 win shy of tying the record for the most consecutive wins at 5, co-owned by Sorenstam and Lopez. Her 5th place finish, however, keeps their streak of top 10s to start the season intact, now at 7 straight.
Coming up, the Tigers. First they're hot, then they're cold, then they're hot. What are they now? Well, they were in Minnesota on Sunday. Highlights ahead.
Young and skills.
Ooh, that boy cold.
That boy Cody gonna be dunking next week. Oh, he hit a dry spot.
Sparky, ready for a battle with Boston. LeBron talks about what fatherhood means to him and what can make him go absolutely crazy. Plus,
Maya borrowed your car and went to the mall.
Without permission.
She just wanted your first Mother's Day present to be special.
Right now, these 1/5 carat diamond earrings are only $79.99.
Every kiss.
Thank you too, Maya.
Every kiss begins with K.
Kawasaki Go Green sales event. Get on the road today with the lowest payments of the year.
Today, the formula for the best margarita.
Plus lime.
How right.
Plus salt. Does it come from the ocean? We don't know. Plus refreshing back there. And then you have an ice slushie. Excuse me, sir. Isn't it the tequila that makes a great margarita? May I? I always start with Jose Cuervo. These Cuervo margaritas are genius! It's simple. The best tasting margaritas are always made with Jose Cuervo.
Ready for your spa day, Mom?
Perfect.
And we got you a diamond necklace.
You did? You did.
Happy Mother's Day.
The Leo Diamond, certified for superior brilliance, hand-selected by Kay.
Every kiss begins with K.
There's so many emotions at the end of the season, and nobody likes to talk about it. But one of them is fear. Fear that you come this far, and it could all end. The dream could die. But me, I like the fear. It means I'm close. It means I'm ready.
The NBA playoffs. Coverage continues Thursday on ESPN.
No more waiting.
DSL takes forever.
I need speed. Lightning fast. So I can stream video.
Download music in seconds.
And game like never before.
Whatever you're into, downloading videos or simply surfing the net, if it's more speed you need, then it's time to make your move to Mediacom Online and start cruising at speeds up to 8 megabits per second. Get it now, just $19.95 a month for a whole year. Call 1-800-CABLE-TV today.
Welcome to Progressive.com. Did you find your policy okay?
I did. Saved over $350.
We have a savings of $350. A savings of $350. You know, that comes with concierge claim service, local response claim service, and 24/7 live support, all at no extra charge.
Wow.
Wow, I know. I say it louder. Have a great day.
Lots of extra features that don't cost you extra. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Ultimate Highlight. Brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you?
The foot to the face.
I'm gonna walk by faith, gonna raise my soul.
What a play right
ultimate highlight. Brought to you by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, is it in you?
Rabbits. The Phillies, first place in the NL East, home to the Giants and Tim Lincecum. He turns 24 in June. What a great series this has been between the Phils and the Giants. Check this out. Victorino to short. Emmanuel Burris to Rich Aurelia. And whoa, safe. No, look at Aurelia. Oh, I tagged him. He clearly tagged him. Hey, you can't get him all. Later in the third, important. 2 on, 2 out. Pat Burrow. What a year. Hit 330, 9 homers, 11 doubles. What a year for Pat Burrow, and the Phillies lead 2-0. Bruntlett and Victorino score. Bottom 9, tied at 5. Jeff Jenkins, the second. Oh. Velez cannot get down. Ryan Howard does. And the Phillies win a wild one. Charlie Manuel, 500th career win as a manager, 280 with the Phillies.
See your Phillies Giants going to raise your Brewers Astros. Eric Gagne, bring it on. Bottom 9, 1 on, 1 out. Brewers up 6-4. Jeff Blum pinch hitting, grounder to second base, and guess who's wearing his PF Flyers? Blum is. Take another look. He just beats out Ricky Weeks. Throw to first. So he's still got 1 out. Gagne then walks Michael Bourne to load the bases. Kaz Matsui grounds to first. Darren Erstad scores. Astros with it in 1 on what could have been the game-ending groundout had they gotten Blum. They didn't. Gagne walked Miguel Tejada to load the bases. Lance Berkman, 4 hits, 4 RBI. One of them there because Berkman's walked by Gagne. Blum scores. Gagne 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5th blow-in save. J.J. Hardy, 2 outs, game tied, bases loaded. Tim Burdick gets Hardy to fly out to the end of the inning. Bottom 12, Hunter Pence, 0 for 5 in the game. Manager Cecil Cooper told his bench coach, Hunter's not going to go 0 for 6. He was right off Mitch Stetter. 4th, it's a walk-off, 8-6.
Greg Maddux, for the 4th time, trying for career win 350. Bottom 2, his team has a 1-0 lead. Dan Uggla. Oh, it's a beautiful day. 7th home run of the season for Uggla, and we are tied at 1. Top of the 6th. Marlins up 3-2. Kevin Kuzminoff line drive. Luis Gonzalez. Can he get it? Soft liner sinking fast. Whoa. He trapped it live. But it's a catch and a Marlins victory.
All right, buckle up. Tim Wilkerson won the O'Reilly NHRA Midwest Nationals. And that's not him. That's John Force, who made history. The sport's most recognizable name, celebrating his 59th birthday Sunday by winning his 1,000th race. He's the first funny car driver in NHRA history to do that, Force beating Ron Capps in the first round. All right, so the next highest on the list is Warren Johnson, who's got 846. Let's put this in perspective. Force's 18% lead over the next highest person is roughly as large a lead as Cy Young's 22% lead over Walter Johnson. He doesn't have to call me Johnson.
Oh, what a big day in the NBA on Sunday. Showed you the Celtics over the Hawks earlier. The Lakers defeat the Jazz 109-98. Reportedly, MVP to be Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers lead the Utah Jazz 1-0 in that Western Conference Series. Mike Tirico. Hubie Brown had the call for us. They provide more from Los Angeles on the Lakers' victory.
Well, L.A. had 5 days to wait after eliminating Denver in 4. A big Utah home game win 6. They get ready now in a quick turnaround, 38 hours for the Lakers. So early on, the Lakers jump out to a 19-point lead, and a lot of that, and then a lot of the closing after Utah got it down to about 4 or 5, was done by the guys like with the MVP, Kobe Bryant.
Well, I think we said at the top, you have to do something with Kobe Bryant, and then the athleticism of the Lakers, and that proved the undoing of the Utah Jazz. Now, keep an eye on Kobe. He was absolutely spectacular, got everyone involved. Hits Odom, now Radmanovic in a corner for a 3. And then, right here, how about this? I fake up, I get Gasol on a roll to the basket. He was absolutely excellent today. You don't blame me, I'm going to shoot the jumper in your face. Then I'm going to take you off the dribble. Now, the 7 assists goes with the 6 rebounds. Keep an eye. Everyone's going to look at the 38 points in the shooting, but how about the foul line? 21 out of 23 times on the line. Gasol was not bad. He had a nice, solid game, came up big in the fourth quarter, Mike.
Yeah, he had 8 of the last 9 in a Lakers stretch that really put this game away now for Utah after Game 1. Who needs to step up? What do they need to do for Game 2?
Well, they need a big game out of Boozer and then also out of Darren Williams. No doubt about that. They have to shoot a better percentage, both of them. You're talking about 11 for 32, and we know that's a shade over 33%. They need them to come in strong and then cut down on the turnovers. You showed us only a couple of turnovers in the second half, played Utah Jazz basketball. You had a chance to win the game. You came back from 19 down. All of that is encouraging. So now, can you come after 2 days of rest and give it Wednesday night here in this arena?
Yeah, key point. Couple of days to catch your breath. Game 2 is Wednesday. Game 3 and 4 Friday and Sunday in Salt Lake. But Game 1, round 2 to the Lakers.
Hey, you want to see something from LeBron James that you've never seen before? Check out his feet. LeBron's wearing these new personalized game shoes, Nike Zoom Soldier 2. They're lighter than his regular season kicks. The shoemaker says LeBron's willing to sacrifice some protection to gain another edge in the playoffs. You want to see something else you've never seen from LeBron James before? It's the sacrifice off the court. That's bigger than anything he'll ever do on the court.
The San Antonio Spurs are NBA World Champions. The Spurs have swept the Cleveland Cavaliers.
This is going to be your league in a little while, but I appreciate you giving us this year.
Being there every year is not promised. I would love to start the season in October, ending in June every single year. That's my dream, and holding that trophy one day is my dream.
The king of Akron is now the king of Cleveland basketball.
Wakey, wakey! Wakey, wakey! It's time to get up. Tell Mommy get up. Tell Mommy to get up, Brycey. My upbringing was difficult, not having that father figure around. So, you know, I carry that responsibility strong, and I respect that. Show him your skills. Ooh, that boy cold. That boy cold, he gonna be dunking next week. Oh, he hit a dry spot.
He's just a great dad. If he was a child, they would be best friends, you know? So,
it keeps me grounded, you know, knowing that, you know, I'm representing, you know, a little guy like that and, you know, his big brother, so it means a lot. Nana. You done?
You told me to stop. Just stop.
Okay, stop. I tell Savannah, you know, if it wasn't for them, I'd probably go crazy a couple more times a year. My sons is the only reason why I'm still sane. They don't know if I missed the last 3 shots of the game that could have won the game or I turned the ball over. All they know is that, you know, they see their daddy coming out the locker room and, you know, they ready to play.
Sets the Cavalier franchise record, the youngest to a first ever Cavalier in the history of the franchise. Breakaway for the Cavs. Gets it to LeBron! No way!
He's accepting the pressure.
I never liked the word pressure. I never believed in the word pressure. I love what I'm doing. I'm very passionate about it, and when them lights come on, I'm ready.
Cavaliers and Celtics played 4 times this season. First meeting, November 27th in Cleveland. LeBron, no turkey hangover. He had 38 points. The Cavs won by 5 in OT. 5 days later in Boston, LeBron out with a finger injury. Celtics win by 10. Ray Allen had 20 in that one. February 5th in Cleveland, LeBron, 33 points, 9 rebounds, 12 assists. The Cavaliers win by 1. February 27 back in Boston, double-double for KG. Celtics win by 5. Boston salvages a split of the 4-game series. So let's add it all up. LeBron plays in 3 of the 4 meetings with the C's. He averages nearly a double-double, posting 32+ and nearly 10 assists per game. No player averaged higher against the Celtics than LeBron James this season. In his last 8 games against Boston, LeBron has scored at least 30 points 7 times. Again, Game 1, Tuesday in Boston.
Much more to come, including 10 jaw-dropping plays from Sunday. It's must-see television coming up on SportsCenter.
Johnny Damon on the run. He makes a play.
What a play.
John Damon. A visit to Eagles minicamp. Donovan McNabb asked for playmakers this offseason. Hear why his coach is convinced that's exactly what they have. Plus, some unforgettable home runs and one that should be added to that list. We'll show you the round tripper everyone's been talking about this week, coming up on SportsCenter.
At age 41, this swimmer's poised to make a record 5th Olympic team.
This will be the story of the Olympic Games.
Plus, meet mixed martial arts fighter Kimbo Slice. An all-new E60, Tuesday at 7 on ESPN.
What's that, like your 5th All-Star game?
Not that I'm counting.
You should get a whole block on the Walk of Fame,
Yeah,
man.
to name a constellation after you, Ryan or Cassiopeia or something like that.
Let me get a little warmth off you, because you're kind of hot right now.
Don't get soft like the inside of this car here.
This car's so comfortable, I stick my hand in there.
My hand falls asleep.
Never let up.
Eat right.
Never let up.
Never let
That
up.
should be your mantra.
Never let up.
The Yukon Denali from GMC.
Never let up.
Engineering that happens when you never say never.
This place is great. So many cute guys here. Do you smell bacon? Oh, yeah. It's a bacon club chalupa. Guys love bacon.
Like, that's really gonna work. Come on.
Hi. Hey. How's it going?
Hi.
What is that you're wearing? It's intoxicating.
Taco Bell's Bacon Club Chalupa is back. Bacon lovers rejoice.
Smells good.
There's the one place where you can step up and be a man.
Community college?
Vegas.
2 strangers. 1 mistake.
Well, I'm gonna need a divorce.
Absolutely. What's mine is yours, baby.
No mercy.
I am freezing the $3 million.
Oops, just you're a little on the heavy side.
This Friday.
Which one of these losers is ruining your life? That one.
What is wrong with you? Pick a team right now. Pick a team.
Come on. What happens in Vegas? Rated PG-13. Friday, only in theater.
Hey, guys.
Stand up.
We have a little announcement to make.
He went to Jared.
Oh, he went to Jared.
He went to Jared.
He went to Jared?
You went to Jared?
Jared has 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores with thousands of loose diamonds and hundreds of settings to create your own one-of-a-kind ring.
You went to Jared. I know. You went to Jared.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Who could that be? Oh, wow. I'm there for you, buddy. That was Brad. He really wants to vent.
You should go.
Ready to vent? Let's vent. Let's vent.
Let's vent. Introducing the vented wide mouth can from Coors Light. It lets in air for a smooth, refreshing pour.
Is he okay?
I think we'll be venting a little longer.
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Kurt Schilling's bloody sock. Seems suspicious. I'm going over some game stats, and I see Schilling shake dirt out of the sock. I don't know. The ankle looked fine to me.
The only team above 500 in the AL Central, the Twins, home to the Tigers, Boof Bonzer. The new park, by the way, opens up in 2010 for Minnesota, still in the old Metrodome. Ivan Rodriguez takes off for second. Joe Mauer, you see the throw hits the glove of Nick Punto, goes in the center. Edgar Renteria scores. 6-0 Tigers after 1. They're in great shape, right? Rome, bottom 7. Oh, boy. Punto's ground ball to third. Carlos Guillen, man, they can't put him anywhere. Both runners are safe. Still bottom 7, still 6-3. Carlos Gomez. Boy, it must be hard as a rock in front of home plate. He beats it. Now it's 6-4. Next batter, Brendan Harris. Does not need to use the dirt in front of home plate. That's over Jock Jones's head. Double. Now it's a 1-run lead for the Tigers. Next batter, again, watch how hard it is in front of home plate. Joe Mauer, bam! That gets through. Gomez, Harris both score. Twins, they score 4 runs after the Guillen error, and they hold on to win again. 7-6. Tigers hot, cold, hot, cold. Jim Leland, what's up with the funk factor?
We just didn't do anything. You know, we had a few games where we rolled and looked pretty good, and then
for whatever reason, mysteriously, we just, right back to the funk. And I don't know if we're waiting for each one another to do it or what we're doing. I don't know if we're caught in that little trap or what, but, we got to be better offensively on a consistent basis, on a more consistent basis.
All right, Leland also said Sunday lineup changes are coming Monday. After completing their first 3-game sweep at Yankee Stadium since 1966, the Tigers turn around and get swept by the Twins. The last time before Sunday, the Tigers blew a lead of 6-0 or greater after 1 inning and lost 1929 against the Philadelphia A's. Major League Baseball continues. ESPN Monday Night Baseball. Manny Ramirez and the Red Sox, they head to Motown to face the Tigers. 7 Eastern time on ESPN. Stick around for baseball tonight, immediately following the game. Big night of baseball.
Indians are struggling to score runs, which means they are a struggling baseball team. Cleveland at home against Kansas City. Top 5 scoreless. Aaron Laffey, Tony Pena, 2 on, 2 out. Casey Blake. His throw to second is wide. Olivo scores on the Blake throwing error. Bottom 6, still 1-0. Gil Mesh, Victor Martinez, and the breaking ball in the dirt. Martinez swinging like Tommy Dorsey. Rafael Betancourt, top 9, facing Olivo. And I know, that ball is gonzo. 2-0 his fourth, and then Joaquim Soria, shut it down. Gets Martinez there. Soria perfect in 8 save attempts, and the Royals beat the Indians 2-0, sweep the series.
Best last-place team in baseball. Bobby Thompson's home run against the Dodgers. Kirk Gibson's blast against the A's. Joe Carter's World Series winner that beat the Phillies were dramatic home runs, but not unfathomable. All 3 players hit lots of home runs. A career 153 hitter who has never hit a home run in her life, no matter when she hits it, is shocking. So shocking that she would probably miss first base, a la Mark McGwire, and have to go back to touch it. That is what happened 9 days ago in a Division II women's softball game. But that's not even the best part. Tom Rinaldi with the rest of this home run story.
Gibson swings and a fly ball to deep right field. This is going to be a home run. Unbelievable.
A swing and a belt. Left field. Way back. Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Alongside such unforgettable home runs, the setting for this one was a bit different. In a small town in the middle of Washington State, on a field inside a chain-linked fence, in a game fewer than 100 people saw. A home run memorable not for the distance it traveled, or the game it decided, but for the meaning it carried. The last Saturday in April, the second game of a softball doubleheader between Central Washington and Western Oregon.
Well, we were both neck and neck fighting for the conference championship.
As a senior, this was Sarah Tucholsky's last chance to win a championship. She'd never hit a home run before, not in college, not in her life.
A 5'2", I'm not very tall. I'm more a line drive hitter. I don't hit for power.
But in the top of the second inning, with 2 runners on the second pitch, that changed.
I hit that pitch and it just went.
And we're just cheering, and the runners are cheering as they round the base to head home. And then I'm going, where's Sarah?
In her excitement, Tucholsky failed to touch
at the right time.
It's emotional. You're proud. Be associated with those kids.
That's the first home run of the season for number 8, Sarah Tucholsky.
The fact is, I made my goal. I hit a home run, and yeah, it's my last at-bat of my career, but I, made my goal, so I'm proud of myself.
Mallory Holtman, Liz Wallace, and the Central Washington team lost the game that day, 4-2. Sarah Tucholsky lost the rest of her season and her career to a knee injury. But for the spirit of sportsmanship, a greater victory, made on a long trot around the bases, a trip that truly touched them all.
I have a lot of respect for her and put her in high regards, her and her teammates. And, you know, I can't thank her enough.
Afterwards, Central coach Frederick said he received a clarification from the umpiring supervisor, who said NCAA rules do allow a substitute to run for a player who is injured after a home run. Now, this past Saturday, the final day of the season, Sarah Tucholsky's Western Oregon team clinched its league title. It's the first conference championship in the school's history. They will compete in the Division II regional playoffs later this week.
On the ground and diving is Pedroia from his knees, throws him out.
Your patience will be so rewarded. Countdown, Sunday's top 10 plays. Coming up next on SportsCenter.
Now, every season is football season. Watch Russell Athletic ESPN Arena Football Monday at 8 as the Chicago Rush battle the Tampa Bay Storm on ESPN2.
In torture tests, Castrol Syntec 5W30 maintained maximum horsepower 29% longer than the leading conventional oil. Conventional oil got smoked. Get Castrol Syntec. It's more than just oil. It's liquid engineering.
When game's on the line, and you're looking at a full count with 0.2 seconds left on the shot clock, the last thing you need to be worried about is your deodorant. That's why I use Old Spice. Old Spice is the bare-knuckle, straight-arm tackle, heavyweight deodorant that gives the best game, set, and match, high-step and sudden death, double overtime performance in the pit fight against odor.
Safe!
From odor, thanks, Old Spice.
Maya borrowed your car and went to the mall.
Without permission.
She just wanted your first Mother's Day present to be special.
Gold jewelry from Kay. Perfect for Mother's Day because only gold is treasured.
Every kiss.
Thank you too, Maya.
Every kiss begins with Kay.
MVP of the Kopinski appendectomy. That was quite an effort today, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. Got to give credit to the team, though. You know, they really stepped up, helped me watch the Colorado-Arizona game cast, and kept John out of shock.
Was the crowd a factor?
No, but John screaming was a surprise. Lost a lot of respect for him today.
Understood. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Be an ESPN MVP. Manage your ESPN fantasy teams. Get video alerts, exclusive commentary, and more with VCast. Only from Verizon Wireless.
Intelligent storytelling, emotional impact, sports stories with ties to Iowans. Brooks on Sports takes you beyond the box scores and statistics with compelling stories that you won't see anywhere else.
Brooks on Sports for the month of May. A look at the National Football League with a player and Iowa football. You join us.
Watch Brooks on Sports on your local Mediacom Connections channel.
At Menards, you can test the hardness of your water just by bringing in a sample. And right now, Morton water softeners are on sale. Softened water gives you cleaner dishes and softer skin. This 27,000 grain unit is on sale $349. Morton Rust Remover salt pellets, 2 for $10. Bosch tankless water heaters save energy, money, and water because they deliver constant hot water only when you need it. This compact under sink model, $149. The 175,000 BTU model, $939.
Save big money at Menards.
This is your ESPN Deportes update. I'm Ciro Procuna. Real Madrid clinched the Spanish championship after posting a 2-1 victory on the road over Osasuna. Goals were scored by Arjen Robben and Gonzalo Higuain, while Fabio Cannavaro earned his second yellow card of the game early in the second half. Real Madrid has 78 points. That's a 10-point lead over second-place Villarreal with 3 games remaining in the season. Clay court specialist Rafael Nadal defeated countryman David Ferrer to win the Open Sabadell Atlántico tennis event for the 4th straight time. The top-seeded and world number 2 Nadal needed 3 sets to win in the red clay of Barcelona Tennis Club. It was his 103rd victory in his last 104 matches on clay. For more, log on to ESPNDeportes.com. Back to you guys.
Mahalo, Ciro. We continue to be your off-season home for things NFL. Eagles, 8-8 and 07. They did win their final 3 games and did win at Dallas in Week 15. Eagles off-season has been highlighted by the free agent signing of Asante Samuel from the Patriots to bolster the defensive backfield. And in the draft, the Eagles traded down and selected defensive tackle Trevor Laws and wide receiver Deshaun Jackson. More on the Eagles. Sal Palantonio.
After finishing last in the NFC East last season and then failing to acquire first Randy Moss and then Larry Fitzgerald and then Roy Williams, Andy Reid opened his 10th year as Eagles head coach with an unusually bold pronouncement.
I think we're, with the players that I have in the room, that we can, that we're ready to compete for a championship. It's that simple.
Well, not really. This is the Eagles, and it's never that simple. After lobbying all winter for more playmakers on offense, then not getting his wish, Donovan McNabb has been feigning approval.
I think they did a great job.
And then there's the awkward situation at cornerback. At Saturday's minicamp, Pro Bowler Asante Samuel, who was signed to a $57 million free agent deal, found himself sharing the first-team left corner spot with Lito Shepherd, who the Eagles failed to trade and is unhappy with his contract. Shepherd also split time at right corner with starter Sheldon Brown, leaving a position of strength rather unsettled.
We'll just have to see how everything plays out. Obviously, none of us knows the answer to those questions. I don't know them.
So while Andy Reid may claim that his team is ready to go from the division basement to championship contention, there are serious issues to be resolved. Nothing new for the Eagles. Since I've been here, said Donovan McNabb, that stuff never gets resolved before training camp. In Philadelphia, Sal Palantonio, ESPN.
All right, well, Sunday was a great day of overtime hockey in the NHL World Hockey Championships. For those of you who have an insatiable appetite for the puck, Danny Heatley, Mike Green, NHL players who get knocked out of the Stanley Cup love to play for their country. As Heatley and Green are doing for Canada, they beat Latvia 7-0.
Love potion number 9. It's Spanish soccer. Villarreal and Getafe. Juan Capdevila fires the shot. Getafe goalkeeper, a cat we're going to call Pato. Incredible save. Villarreal won 2-0.
We showed you Anthony Kim win at Wachovia earlier in SportsCenter. Here's Adam Scott from the same tournament. That's an eagle. On the par 5 10th, one at Byron Nelson. Adam Scott playing good golf right now.
Last year for Yankee Stadium, Mariners there. They're going to get swept. Adrian Beltre homered earlier off Darryl Rasner. Johnny Damon catches that, and Rasner says, I'm not in Trenton anymore, am I?
Number 6, Hawks Celtics. That's beautiful. What a pass by Paul Pierce. Boom, boom. Kevin Garnett finishing. Celtics win Game 7 easily. Game 1 against the Cavaliers Tuesday night.
Fenway Park, Rays and Red Sox. Carl Crawford in the hole, but that's where Dustin Pedroia lives. He gets dirty and gets the out. The Red Sox get the win 7-3.
Number 4, Bobby Orr, Dodgers, Rockies, Derek Lowe. Chopper, Jonathan Herrera. Short hop throws. He got him. The Rocks and the Dodgers win streak. They win 7-2.
Cubs Cardinals at 3. You saw this game on ESPN. Chris Duncan liner to first. Derek Lee, who's got the sweet swing, he brings the big glove as well. He gets the top 10 play, but the Cardinals get the game 5-3.
I believe we haven't seen Yellow Dog yet. Number 2, Jazz, Lakers, Kobe. Oh, my goodness. Lakers win Game 1, 109-98 in their series with Utah.
At number 1, Mike Lang, Rangers, Penguins.
Trying to go back to Crosby, center goes to Hossa. He shoots and scores! Marian Hossa with the game winner! But ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has
No dog, but we did get Elvis. Yes. Hornets, one up on the defending champs. Why history shows a 2-zip lead. Maybe San Antonio's point of no return. It's what we're watching for.
There are many roads we could have gone down, but only one led to Rocky Mountain Water for a smooth drinking beer. And only one led to High Country Barley for a full-flavored taste. It's the only road we've ever taken. And since 1873, we welcome folks like you to come along for the ride. Coors, the banquet beer.
There's only one reason. 2 nights could bring you so much heat.
The pressure's on and everybody's watching.
So much excitement. That was hot. And so many stars on one stage.
Now, it's showtime.
Watch me move.
It's Dancing's 100th episode celebration. Monday, the final 5 compete. Tuesday, your favorite stars return to rip it up.
You guys set this place on fire.
The Dancing with the Stars 2-night event begins Monday at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Ven, papi, desátame de una vez. ¿Dónde has estado? Te he estado esperando por más de 1 hora. Al menos me hubieras llamado. Jimmy Los Jones. niños se están comportando como monios.
Jimmy
Estoy
Jones,
enloqueciendo.
ayúdame, por favor.
¿Cómo quieres que
¡Pronto!
solo?
¡Jimmy
Jimmy John's, America's #1 sandwich delivery. Freaky fast, freaky good.
1 week ago, if I heard the name Ford, I wouldn't even consider test driving a Ford. That's me. This is perfect.
We knew that people who don't drive a Ford would be surprised by Ford. So we went from town to town and friend to friend, inviting real people to drive one.
Nice and sporty.
Beautiful. I'm excited.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Navigation is definitely a plus.
I love this car. I want to keep it. I had so much fun driving it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Drive an Escape with 0 for 60 or choose 2,000 cash back. Visit a Ford store or go to localfordstores.com and drive one.
Want to talk, surf, or email as much as you want, anytime you want without worries of big bills? Then get MegaTalk from iWireless. Only MegaTalk offers unlimited calling and mobile web with free incoming text, without the hassles of contracts or credit checks. Right now, get free activation, free Hy-Vee gift card, and free power supplies feature card. Plus, save up to $91 on packages that include a cool phone and 30 days unlimited talk time and mobile web. Live free. MegaTalk, only from iWireless.
Do you have water or moisture in your basement? Did you know that existing water and moisture can create mold in your basement, causing structural damage, and can travel through the air that you breathe? Keep your family safe and protect your home by learning more about waterproofing your basement from Mid-America Basement Systems. Tune into Mediacom Cable Channel 1 and select Smart Shop, then Smart Home. Select Mid-America Basement Systems and learn from the experts. Shopping made easier and a whole lot smarter with Mediacom Cable Channel 1, video on demand.
E60 Tuesday night. You got to check out on the menu this week. They got mixed martial arts guy Kimbo Slice. He's something else. E60 on ESPN Tuesday nights, 7 Eastern, 1 Hawaiian.
White Sox Blue Jays Roy Halladay has pitched 4 straight complete games, 1 in 3 in those contests. He was good again on Sunday. Nick Swisher, 101 pitches, 68 strikes for Halladay, who did not pitch a complete game on Sunday. He left after 7 1/3. Let's go to the 3rd inning now. David Eckstein to Orlando Cabrera. Alex Rios, he was going to go to 3rd, goes back to 2nd, bumps into Cabrera, who gets the out at 1st. Isaac Ian's like, dude, I think he tagged him. I really think he tagged him. He did tag him. Rios should have been called out. And then the play to 1st. Inning extended. Matt Stairs rips it over the head of Swisher. Zahn and Rios score. Halladay gets his 3rd win of the season, downs his 3rd save. Contreras, complete game loss for the White Sox.
11-game homestand ending for the Nationals. Ryan Zimmerman says, I need a break. And that he had consecutive games at 205. Adam LaRoche goes 3 for 4, a double. He's batting 202, and we show Tim Reddick striking him out. He's sitting at home going, why? Aaron Boone, started for Zimmerman. By and by off Ian Snell there, his first. The Nats are up 3, and then top 7 with 2 on, 2 out. There was a Doug Mankiewicz sighting. Well, not much of one. He bounces back to Saul Rivera. And the Nats go on to win at 5-2. The 11-game homestand, Washington goes 8-3. They love that new park.
They've left 4. What to watch for Monday? Game 2, Spurs, Hornets. West semifinal series. Hornets won Game 1. Defending champions have not faced a 2-0 series deficit in the playoffs since 2001 when they were swept by the Lakers in the conference final.
Suns coach Mike D'Antoni has been given permission to speak to the Bulls and Knicks. This according to ESPN radio affiliate Sports K20 KTAR. D'Antoni met with the Suns owner and GM Friday about his future in Phoenix, and it sounds like he may not have much of a future in Phoenix. Our future is done right now, our present future. I'm Neil.
I'm John. Stars and Sharks going to double overtime in the hockey.
SportsCenter is online all of the time on ESPN.com. For breaking news, scores, and highlights, go to SportsCenter on ESPN.com. Baseball tonight is driven by Chevy.
And out of the box we go. We'll start with Greg Maddux. Surefire Hall of Famer, 349 career wins. Take 4 as he attempts to get 350. This Marlin team is a tough out. In spite of what you're seeing from Maddux, it was not that type of day in the park. White Sox and the Blue Jays. Roy Halladay had thrown 4 straight complete games and won one of them. He figured out the secret. Get out early, get a win. Mariners and the Yankees. Next up, Darryl Rasner. He's in the rotation. Little shaky early, giving up that shot to Beltre. All of a sudden, the Yankee